Hello, Christ Church and all who are watching. This week, I will be talking to you about the hymn, America the Beautiful, by Kathy Lee Bates, number 696 in the Methodist hymnal in celebration of July 4th. Catherine Lee Bates was born in Falmouth, Massachusetts in 1859 and grew up near the rolling seas. Bates was a noted scholar, poet, and writer. She was a prolific author, publishing many volumes of poetry, books on her travels to Europe and the Middle East, and stories, verses, and plays for children. She also published several books on Shakespeare and pre-Shakespearean English religious drama. Her graceful poetic style came through in poems such as the Falmouth Bell. Never was there lovelier town than our Falmouth by the sea. Tender curves of sky look down on her grace of knoll and lea. Bates, who eventually became a full professor of English literature at Wellesley College, made a lecture trip to Colorado in 1893, and there she wrote the words to America the Beautiful. As she told it, quote, "We strangers celebrated the close of the session by a merry expedition to the top of Pikes Peak, making the ascent by the only method then available for people not vigorous enough to achieve the climb on foot, nor adventurous enough for burro riding. Prairie wagons, their tailboards emblazoned with the traditional slogan, Pikes Peak or Bust, were pulled by horses up to the halfway house, where the horses were relieved by mules. We were hoping for half an hour on the summit, but two of our party became so faint in the rarefied air that we were bundled into the wagons again and started on our downward plunge so speedily that our sojourn on the peak remains in memory hardly more than one ecstatic gaze. It was then and there, as I was looking out over the sea-like expanse of fertile country, spreading away so far under those ample skies, that the opening lines of the hymn floated into my mind." Unquote. On July 4th, 1895, Bates' poem first appeared in the Congregationalist, a weekly newspaper. Bates revised her lyrics as early as 1902. A version was published in November of that year in the Buffalo Illustrated Times. She made some final additions to the poem in 1913. In 1915, Bates was a founder of the New England Poetry Club and served as its president. She was involved in social reform activities, working for labor reform and planning the College Settlements Association with Vita Scudder. For several years, America the Beautiful was sung to almost any popular air or folk tune with which the lyric fit. Auld Lang Syne was one of the most common. Today, it is sung to a melody written in 1882 by Samuel Augustus Ward, a Newark, New Jersey church organist and choirmaster. Ward originally composed the melody, also titled Materna, as it appears in the Methodist hymnal, to accompany the words of the 16th century hymn, O Mother Dear Jerusalem. When the National Federation of Music Clubs sponsored a 1926 contest to elicit new music for Bates' poem, but failed to find a winner, Ward's music prevailed. Bates lived for 25 years with Catherine Coman. She never married and had no children. In 1925, Bates retired and spent the remaining years in Wellesley. Before her death in 1929, Bates remarked on the immediate and lasting success of the song, stating, quote, that the hymn has gained, in these 20-odd years, such a hold as it has upon our people is clearly due to the fact that Americans are at heart idealists with a fundamental faith in human brotherhood, unquote. Thank you for watching and have a great week. See you on Sunday.